Welcome brothers and sisters to Brother Styler's backyard. The reason why I'm taking this video is just to show you what you can do in your small backyard. Our block of land is about 600 square meters, so it's not a big block of land, but it's enough to provide some welfare for your family if you're willing to do a bit of planting. I'll take you to the fruit trees first, or some of them anyway. So as you can see here, I have planted 4 trees: an avocado, mango, star apple and soursop. They're the 4 main trees that I've planted that hopefully will grow up and cover this area in the backyard and provide much fruit for the future for my family. Also, you can see here I've got a couple of banana plants that hopefully will sprout and grow and provide bananas for us. And also in the back here we've got some pawpaw trees that are sort of struggling to grow, but hopefully they'll grow to provide fruit as well. And behind the shed, you see there, that's a native ginger. Just to let you know that the Ipswich Council gives you 8 free plants every year with your rate notice. You just need to go to the nursery at Goodna or Queen's Park, and they'll give you 8 free plants. Now some of their plants, as I found, are native fruit or vegetable plants. So that one's native ginger, and I also got, while I was there, a native apricot tree. Now this tree, that's that one there, amongst all the weeds, hopefully you can see it, the native apricot. Now it will grow to be a pretty big size actually, but when I got it, it was only about 8 centimeters tall, and as you can see now, it's grown quite a fair bit within about 6 months, so it's a pretty quick grower. Also amongst the weeds here, I don't keep my garden in great shape, as you can tell, but we can still provide fruit and provide for ourselves from it. This plant here is also a native berry, which one day when it grows up to be a bit bigger will provide berries which we'll be able to eat. I've kept the record of all what plants I have got that are native, so I can research on the internet and work out how to eat their fruit, or eat the fruit. So there's a compost bin next to our veggie garden, and these are eggplants, and they've been providing fruit for us for many months now. And amongst all those weeds, I've been trying to grow something. My veggie garden's not the most successful, but there is some radishes coming up there, and I think a tomato, so hopefully that will keep going. Now here where these trellises are, I used to have my tomato vines, or tomato plants, but they've still died, but that's alright. In the corner here is lemongrass, which you can use in cooking. You can buy it at Woolies, I believe, so we've got our own lemongrass. Now these leaves here are actually underneath that is sweet potato, which we don't actually eat the sweet potato, but my wife's Filipino and she actually eats the leaves. So we just grow the sweet potato so she can cut off the leaves and add them to a cooking and eat them. Apparently they're very good for you. Here we've got a dwarf orange tree. The reason why I bought a dwarf one is it's right next to the fence, and I didn't want it to grow over and annoy the neighbour, so that's why I've planted the 4 larger trees in the middle and the dwarf tree on the edge. Now this here, growing on the trellis, is a a choco vine. Now basically we just got a choco from Woolies and let it sprout, then I planted it, and it's growing quite well actually for only a couple of weeks it's been there. And as you can see across the top of the fence and coming down here is our passion fruit vine. Now it's taken a while to bear fruit, but it's doing such now, and as you can see it's climbed up the tree, which is quite annoying because we can't actually get the fruit sometimes, but that's alright. So it's been providing fruit now for the last month or so and doing quite a good job. I also have another 2 trees here in the backyard. That's a mandarin tree and a guava tree. Now these are actually the original plants I've planted in the backyard for fruit trees. Now we're going to plant a 3rd one there, but we decided against it. So that's the backyard with all the fruit trees. Now I'm not sure how much square meters there is in the backyard here, but as you can see I've planted 7 fruit trees, a couple of vines and some veggies. Now all of you might not have a backyard as big as this, but you can see what you can do with very little space. With such a small space across here, you've got 2 vines growing. I did have beans growing as well, and a dwarf tree and some lemongrass. So it doesn't take a lot of room to actually grow trees and fruit and provide for your family. As I showed you behind the shed, you can use little bits of space like that to plant plants that don't mind having much sun, that can survive in those conditions, and you'll eventually get fruit or vegetables from them. So be creative and think of different ways that you can plant trees in your backyard to provide for your family. Now, they might take many years to grow, and hopefully one day you can see the fruit of your labours. Just one other note, I guess, it is getting quite cold now. It's coming into winter when I'm recording this. And you see I've got the Hessian bag there. Now during the day I take that off to let the sun hit the tree, but during the night times I'll put that on as a guard around the tree to stop the frost attacking the tree and killing it. So hopefully that works, and I'll be able to get some sourshops from it. If you are interested in more information about planting trees, feel free to contact me, or I know a couple of others that are interested and do these sort of things in their own backyard. I know Bishop Hopper himself has many more fruit trees in his backyard than I do, and I'm sure he'll love to share his information with you, or share what he knows with you as well. But give it a go and see how you go, and you'll be amazed what results you get from your plants in the backyard, and how much money you'll save. Thank you for listening, brothers and sisters, and I hope you've learnt something and had ideas on what you can do in your backyard to provide for your family and welfare for your family. And talk to it in your families about what you could do and how you can get your kids involved, if you got them, to get them excited about looking after the plants and providing for yourselves. Just on another note, brothers and sisters. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Just on home storage, here's an idea that was given to us by Brother Bishop Hopper to store wheat and rice. Now these 20 litre containers obviously hold 20 litres of food and can be stored basically anywhere. You can see we've got it in our hallway to take up, so it doesn't take up too much room. 20 containers, you can store them as basically as high as you like. And you get those from People in Plastic for about $10 if you buy 15 or more. $10 each, that is. And you can store your wheat in there, and it's a good way to store it, as you can just only open one container at a time while you're using it, and can rotate it through. The lids have a tamper-proof seal on them for the first time you open them, and they're airtight. Now the same after you have opened them, you can see the seal's gone, but it's still airtight inside, so you can open and close it as many times as you like. What we normally do is open it up, fill up a smaller 8 litre container, and use that until that's empty, then reopen them to empty them, and just refill them when we order more wheat or buy more rice. Yeah, I hope that helps and gives you an idea also how you can do your food storage. We currently have 6 containers there. We've actually got 20 containers and slowly filling them up until we'll have all 20 filled, and hopefully have this full of our food storage. And it's out of the way, it's in a dark, cool, consistent place, which is best for food storage and looking after the food quality.